Hi everybody, happy Wednesday night. It's Melissa Thomas from C2C Stamping, and thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. If you're catching the replay, let me know if you'll comment with a replay. That just helps me so that I know who is coming and watching my videos. And if you're here live, comment that you're live, tell me hello. I'm going to, sorry, my hair's kind of a mess today. I'm going to find us over here. And so I can see you guys watching my video. Boop. All right, there we go. So now I can see all the comments and I can see you guys. So we're going to do a little fun crafting task today that everyone can do. It's super easy. If you've got some paper and some glue, you can totally do this. I'll kind of zhuzh it up a little bit and show you a great way to do it, with some Stampin' Up products. But hopefully this inspires you. And yeah, so I've got a lot of glue here. So we're going to use the silicone mat today. I like to use the silicone mat whenever I'm doing anything with glue. Either the hot glue gun, so you can do hot glue on here, it won't melt it, and then stuff just peels right off of it. So for instance, one of the things that I've got on my desk that I need to make, so I've got this hi Shannon, I've got this paper chain, and I've just taken a piece of 12 by 12 paper and I've cut it. I have two pieces here, and I have scored it at 1/2 inch, and then just folded it every other, right? And then what you do is you lay it flat and you get some hot glue and you put a whole bunch of hot glue in the middle, and then it makes paper rosettes, which is really cool. And this is a great use for the silicone craft mat. So anytime that you're going to use hot glue on any kind of a project, a silicone craft mat might be a great thing to have. And I don't think they're very expensive, like maybe $6 or something like that. I'll look it up. But I would highly recommend a silicone craft mat if you don't have one. I've also used it as kind of an under piece for cutting. I sometimes with an X-Acto knife. I use it when I use Tombow or the green glue or sticky glue. I'll show you that tonight. So I'm going to show you a fun way to use your napkins. So how many of you have napkins that you have been, where's my other napkin? Oh, poo. I had a really cute one for Thanksgiving. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Oh, good. So you've got these cute, decorative paper napkins. This one's fun because it's got some gold foiling. So we might try to do something with that one tonight too. And this is one that I've had for a while. It's actually got a little bit of a shimmer and a sheen to it. It's got these really cool dragonflies on it. So we're going to use that tonight. What inspired me was one of my new customers, Jan, sent me this really cool card that she had. I was like, oh, what a neat background. And then I started to touch it and I was like, oh, that's a napkin. And I had totally forgotten about using napkins as kind of background pieces. So thank you, Jan, for your card. Hey, Sarah, hope you're feeling okay. You had surgery today. The fact that you're on here is great. So I'm going to flip you guys around. It's nice to see you, though. All right, so here we go. So let's talk a little bit about napkins and what we can do with them. So let me bring this up so you guys can see it. So hopefully you can see kind of the texture, right? And so you see that it's kind of soft, right? And it's definitely, she used a napkin. She did some lovely coloring on here as well. But I had forgotten how cool napkins are to make card fronts. So all you really need is a napkin and you can decide, what napkin you want. And so, for instance, this one, I really like this foiling on the front. I think that's really cute. So I think I'm going to try to make something with that. But with this one, I had cut it in half, right? Now, sometimes they're 2-ply and sometimes they're 3-ply. you'll want to kind of find the piece you want. So on this one, you know, maybe I want to, you know, frame up, you know, maybe I'm really loving like this piece here because it's got like a full dragonfly. It's got the little baby. It's got this really nice lotus flower. So probably this is the piece I would use on this one. For this one, now it has, you know, it's got these non-foiled ones here as well, but I'm not really interested. I mean, they're fine. I could make lots of cards out of this, but what I really want is this foiled piece. So we're just gonna cut, and sometimes the napkins are 2-ply and sometimes they're 3-ply, but what we want to do is we want to get our napkin, and I find it helpful sometimes to kind of like ruffle the edges so that you can get this backer piece off, or two. Sometimes there's 2 pieces. And of course, when you're on camera, nothing goes quite right. All right, so there's one piece off. I don't know. I'm thinking this one's only a 2-ply. But maybe not. Ooh, this one's a 3-ply. But you could just barely tell. All right. So I'm going to pull away this layer too. Oh, this one's going to come out really good because I don't think that this one was a 3-ply. Maybe it was, I just didn't peel enough. So there's one layer gone on that one. And you can just blow your nose with that other piece. I don't know. I don't think this is a 3-ply. So I think it's helpful just to kind of like, yeah, kind of rub the pieces together. And then sometimes you'll be able to get like separation. I wasn't able to get any separation on that one, but this one I was. So this is actually going to turn out really nice because we want it really, really thin so that it adheres really nicely. So we've got our silicone craft mat, and we are going to lay down a piece of Whisper White paper, DSP or cardstock. If you just have other cardstock, that's fine too. And then you're going to lay down some glue. So I'm actually going to lay down quite a bit. You could also use, I think a glue stick would be really good for this. The wet glue I don't think is as good of a deal because you've really got to get a lot, because you want to have really good coverage on this. And I think a glue stick would probably give you better coverage. But we'll kind of, so this is what I use the fat tip for, is kind of spreading massive amounts of green glue, which, you know, Sarah knows my feelings about green glue. But for this project, it really is a good idea. Okay. So in this case, so we're going to be very careful because now we've made it very, very thin. And so we don't want it to tear. So we're just going to kind of press it down. And I think that it's a really good idea to kind of flip it over and kind of rub the back, because then you know you won't tear it. But hopefully you'll get out, you get good pressure and you'll get out all the air bubbles, and you won't tear it, because this one's really delicate now that we did that. Ooh. Okay, ooh, that looks really good. Okay, so for this one, I would probably end up coming in here and I would fussy cut all the way around. And I would just want to make sure that I've got, yeah, it looks like I've got pretty good glue coverage all the way on all the edges. You want to make sure that all your edges are really well glued down. For this other one, I ended up die cutting it with the stitched rectangles, and I actually ran it through the subtle embossing folder as well, because I wanted to add a little bit more, you know, texture and shine to it. And then we're going to grab the really fun Dragonfly Garden. So this is the new stamp set and the new catalog. And I had a lot of fun kind of looking at these colors and trying to figure out. And I feel like we could get either Rich Razzleberry or Blackberry Bliss. I think Rich Razzleberry. All right, so we're going to do Rich Razzleberry. And we're going to get... So I decided that I wanted to put it on a Just Jade background. I really liked the contrast of that. And then I think I'll probably do like a smaller piece of Rich Razzleberry cardstock there. Rich Razzle. Yeah, so I think that'll be really nice to do like another die cut piece and then put that on the green. I think that'll be pretty. The other option is to do the green. Ooh, so what do you think? Green matte, Rich Razzleberry base, or Just Jade base with the Rich Razzleberry matte? I actually think I like, oh, I don't know. Which way? Which way do we like it? You guys tell me. So, either a Just Jade base with a Rich Razzleberry matte or a Just Jade matte with a Rich Razzleberry base. I have a feeling I know which way I'm leaning, but I want to see what you want. All right, and in the meantime, we will stamp and punch our sentiment. And I'm going to do the thank you for your kindness sentiment. It's a really pretty one. And then I'm going to kind of tie it all back together, I'm going to stamp a few of the little dragonflies and kind of stamp them floating off, probably in Just Jade, just to tie it all together. All right, so Just Jade. Got these guys. Just Jade base. Option 2, Just Jade base. So Stephanie, you were saying you liked it. Do you like the Just Jade base with the Rich Razzleberry? Or, right, like the matte is Rich Razzleberry? Or do you like the matte? I think everyone's kind of leaning this way. Okay. I hear you. Thanks for sharing, Anne. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, and then I found that this sentiment fits really well in this, I think it's the Timeless Label punch. And I really like that punch. So I think we're going to nice. All right. The matte is Rich Razzleberry. Okay, yeah, that's what everybody's liking. Good job, guys. Way to be in sync with one another. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and punch it out because I kind of want to see where I want to put the, I want to see where I want to put the floating away dragonflies. This punch is a really good punch. I've used it a lot. Like, it fits a lot of sentiments. And I'm impressed with how wide it is. So it fits a lot of sentiments that I'm like, oh, I don't know if that'll fit. And it goes pretty far left and right. If you're looking for a good sentiment punch, that's a good one. So I don't know if you guys saw, but the mini Stampin' Emboss Cut Machine is out for demonstrators, which means it'll be out for you guys really soon. So if you have ever been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, this would be a great month to do it because you can get your little mini emboss machine as part of your starter kit. And the mini emboss and cut machine is only $60. You get $125 worth of stuff. So, I mean, I really don't see why you wouldn't just, you know, join. Oh, Okay, I wanted like a dark one there, and then I wanted like some stamped off ones up there. Okay, nice. All right. That's not quite how I wanted them, but you know what? It's fine. All right. So let me cut this. The dog is right under my feet. The Stampin', what is that stamping man? Oh yeah. So this stamp set is called Dragonfly Garden. It's in the new spring catalog, which is coming out very, very soon. We're very excited. So for those of you who are my customers who are out of state, you'll be getting yours. I had it sent through the mailing selector. If you don't get it by like Christmas, maybe, I would say let me know, and I'll, I'll make sure that either they mail another one to you or I'll hand mail one to you. And then for those of you who are local, I'm hand delivering them. So, oh, the punch. I think it's the Timeless Label punch, but I could be wrong, so hold on. You know, I really should get my little labeler and label these guys, right? Like, Timeless Label. Yes, I was right. Timeless Label. Yay. I like that label. I like that punch. Okay, let me die cut this piece of rich razzleberry. All right, next one. So, that's funny. I've really gotten used to the new Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine. And we have the mini one coming out. And I had my old Big Shot on the floor. And I tried to run a die through it. And it just doesn't work as good as that new machine. The new machine is so accurate. And the pressure on it is so great that you really only have to run stuff through once. I haven't had to run anything through more than once. And the other thing I like is that, like, I don't know, the tension's just so tight on it. Like, it makes such a lovely deep impression. It is a really great machine. And I'm really excited that the mini's out. I think it's going to be a really nice addition to everyone's craft room. And the nice thing about the mini machine, it's only 60 bucks, and you could have it on your desk. I mean, it's that small, and pretty much I would say 90% of the dies work with it. So it's not like it doesn't work with a majority of what we have in the catalog, which is really exciting. So I think they've worked hard to make it just wide enough that, other than like the really, really large dies, it's great. Hey, Melissa. In all your free time. Yeah, girl, free time. I know, it's amazing. We just keep making time, right? This is what I do. I make time. My Christmas list this year, my Christmas card list is a little out of control, y'all. Like, I'm up over 150. And I feel bad because I keep remembering people, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to, send you something. I want to send you something. I want to send you something. Okay, so I've got my little mat, and I've got my piece, and I've got my label, and I don't like it, which is awesome, but such is life. And then I think I want to stamp some more of these guys back here. Maybe I want to stamp the big guy. Yes. All right, let's stamp the big guy. And I'll stamp off so he won't be so dark. Well, let's add a little bit of extra zhuzh. Oh, yes. Multitasking at its finest, Stephanie. For sure. Right? Like, that is what we do. All right, so... Just trying to get a few of these placed sporadically so that the outsides look a little, you know, a little different. All right, so maybe get a little one there. We just need a couple wings here and there, right? Like, I don't want them to be quite like that. Okay, there. Let's see. Nice. Okay, cool. So hopefully that adds a little bit of interest to the background, because if not, it's a little plain looking. Now let's look and see. Oh yeah, so now we can see like we've got a little extra dragonfly excitement on the outside. So we'll go ahead and glue this bad boy down. And 1, 2. Nice. And then I think I want to put this up on dimensionals, because I think this is a cool piece. And then what I'll do is I'll work a little bit on that thankful piece, and I will, I'll post a card later tonight on the Instagram that has that thankful pumpkin that I started working on earlier. So, all right. So, I'm wondering if you know, maybe I need to add a little bit of color to this. So we got these new brushes. I'm very excited about them. But I feel like maybe it's just too white or something. I don't know. Should I cover up that little guy? Or should I like that flower there. I'll cover that up. That's fine. All right, and then we just probably need some doodads. How about some holiday rhinestones? Because nothing screams the holidays like dragonflies. It's one of the things, like the holiday rhinestones, I'm really glad they carried them over. They were from last holiday season. And nothing makes me happier than these rhinestones. Oh, I hope I still have some. They're so beautiful. And I really enjoyed. Oh, I've got a few. Oh, good. I've got a whole nother pack. Oh, thank goodness. They're gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. And so I think they're really fun to play with. They've got like this really dark blue, this really kind of aqua-y color, a really pretty green, a red, and then like a golden hue. I think the golden hue actually would look really pretty on here. So we're going to do one there. There. Nice. There. So it's got a little flare. It's got this cool napkin, which is pretty neat. So don't forget, hey, Jill, do not forget that you might have some really nice napkins. I know the napkins might be like a, I don't know, a throwback to, like my mom used to always have really nice paper napkins. But I think that the napkins can be really cool. And I think that they, you know, you might have like one, you know, that you saved from an event something and you want to make something really nice with it, you can make a really pretty card. So hopefully this inspired you. And if you don't have a silicone craft mat, I would highly recommend getting one. They're amazing. The new spring catalog will be out before we know it. I've got a couple of like classes and things kind of left for the year. So we've got a huge craft fair, virtual craft fair going on this next week. And so I'll post a little bit more about that. I'll have some finished product and things. I'm going to do a tag class. So it is the tag buffet. If you don't need 30 of these tags, we're going to make 6. And I'll show you how to use different stamp sets that you might have. You might have stamp sets from Paper Pumpkin or other Christmas stamp sets. You can actually stamp straight on these images that come in the set. So you'll make 6 of these guys. 1 of each. The cardinal is so cute. But then I'll also show you, you can stamp on the images themselves, and you can actually make really cute cards out of them too. So these could be great, like last minute, you know, cards that you make as well. So I'm doing that. It's 6 tags. It's $10 shipped to you. And we'll do it next week, Thursday at 7. So if you want to do a quick tag class, you can also not join us on the Zoom. It's totally fine. And I'll send you, you know, a PDF with directions and stuff, but it's pretty self-explanatory. These are not hard to put together. And then the only other thing I wanted to show you guys, and that's the other project I got to finish tonight, is Paper Pumpkin. The deadline to subscribe is the 10th. This month's kit is a bear. It's like very comforting, like it's been a rough year, right? We all need the comfort of a little teddy bear. But I did want to show you, if you didn't get last month's kit, it's so cute. The gingerbread house is adorable. The sentiments are really cute. And the accessories, I called it, these little like enamel candy dots are just freaking adorable. So anyway, it was a very cute kit, and I hope that you got it. If you need a kit, I do have an extra one. So if anybody missed out and they would like to get a kit, I have an extra one. Here were some alternative projects. And I'll be doing the Paper Pumpkin blog hop tomorrow with some alternative projects. So let me know if you've got any questions. And I'm super, super thankful for you guys tuning in. Happy Thursday, happy Wednesday, happy middle of the week. Thank goodness. And yeah, I hope that this was fun to make, fun to see. I got inspired. Thank you so much, Jan, for your card. Your napkin card reminded me that we can make napkin cards, and I had totally forgotten about this technique, and I can't wait to trim this guy out and make something really cool with him. So thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in and multitasking with me on a Wednesday night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.